Hey, good morning once again, band members. Mr. Rogers here with the Bobcat Band at Sonora Elementary. Hey, if you haven't looked at number 129 with me, sight reading technique tracks, go ahead and just go back to there first, then come back here after you sight read with me on that one. It's kind of funky. It's a good technique to have, is to be able to sight read those funkier tunes. All right, this is number 130. This is Crossing Over. Right before the tune, you'll notice there's a brand new note. In the book, a lot of us might already know this note, but let's review it. This is going to be a high concert C. The letter name's written differently for each instrument, but just as a reference, it's high concert C. If you think about your high concert B flat, think about the low one, do, then the high one is up there, and depending on what instrument you play, it's going to feel higher than what I'm about to play. This is a high concert B flat on a tuba, and a baritone will sound similar, as well as tenor saxophone and bassoon. You're going to have that high concert B flat up there. It's going to be a whole step higher than that. So some people might say like a major second above it. That's getting into the music theory specific way of speaking on that note. But in this case, I want to say a whole step. Okay, so not a half step, but a whole step higher than that concert B flat. For trombones, third position, first valve for all you trumpet and baritonists. So for our alto people, thumb, it's going to be the octave key plus 1 and 2. Right? It's just like your A in the lower register, but you just add that octave key. Again, that's pretty helpful for you guys. All you have to do is add that thumb key and you get the high version of just about every note that you can imagine on the saxophone. When you get into those high palm keys with the left hand, things do change, but for now, that's how it goes. It's a high concert C. Go ahead and play that note with me once you have the fingering down. Here we go. Good. Now for tuba, it's going to sound like this. It's going to be in the staff, right? For the rest of us, it's above the staff. So go and get that note nailed down, because this tune, if you look ahead on Crossing Over, right, you have this note quite a bit. You're going to be in that higher register for a bit. Brass players, look at measure 4. You'll see you're on that lower partial against what you're playing earlier in the tune and later on. You're also ending in that kind of middle register. So all half notes, we got a dotted half note, which is how many beats? 3 beats for dotted half notes, mostly quarter notes after that. Let's go ahead and sight read that song. Right now, I want you to pause the video and do that on your own, okay? Go ahead and pause it. Okay, how did it go? Did you hold out the note's full value? In this higher register stuff, make sure it's not about forcing air through the instrument, but it's about using a right quality of air. That means it's going to be fast and cold. Right? Fast and cold doesn't always mean that you're going to use force to get the sound out. Don't press, trumpet players. Don't press to get those high C's out and the high D's. Okay? You got to be sure to rely mostly on the air flow. Okay? So fill up that gut. Let's go ahead and play it together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. All right, cool. So what I had mentioned in the last video is that these songs later on in the book, let's look ahead on the next page. I want to see real quick, because at this point, it's a lot of technique stuff. It's not going to be stuff that you normally perform. It's just to practice one particular new thing that's going to help regular songs easier. Yeah, this is much better. So in the next page, Actually, starting on 131, you got Kumbaya, and it's going to be a trio. After that, you've got a lot of actual songs, which is nice. You're going to find that in your musical careers is you have these etudes, right? Etudes are just musical things that you practice, not necessarily to perform, but to get better at one specific technique or multiple techniques that help you play songs that you want to learn later on. All right? So that's kind of what this is. Number 129, 130, even the Grenadilla gorilla jumps, those are all partial flexibility exercises. Let's play through one more time, crossing over together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. And there you have it. So continuing on, actually, Mr. Dooley is going to start you guys off on number 131 tomorrow. He's going to do this half of the book for the next couple days after me. So remember, we're flip-flopping the way we are playing these out. So keep practicing, guys. I'll see more of y'all tomorrow. I'll be doing the lower half of the book and then Freaky Friday, whatever that might be. So spread the word about the channel. Keep it up. We have almost 80 subscribers, so that's great. Lots of people watching the videos. And thanks for those of you who are starting from the beginning and catching up. I noticed that the videos earlier on are starting to get a lot more views and people are starting to climb up. You'll notice our more recent videos, they just don't have as many views because people are starting earlier in the channel and making their way back up. So thanks for doing that. It's good to follow the process. Hey, have a happy Wednesday. I'm almost done here burning this pile of branches and stuff. So y'all stay safe. Catch you later.